up, guys? Hazy Ames here, coming at you with another video. Tonight, wherever you're at in the world, we're going to be discussing my top 10 games of PC's Summer Game Fest that they had this year. I'm a little late to the party, but I've had some other things going on. Life's been kind of crazy. Just all the things, right, are going on right now. I got a holiday going on in America, 4th of July, so all that good stuff and everything that goes along with it. Just been kind of busy. Also put out a video of my top, I think, 8 games that are coming out for Xbox/PC, but it was the Xbox Game Showcase. But without further ado, we are going to be looking at my top 10 games from the Summer Game Fest 2024, and some of these games are coming out early 25, I believe. If you want to go check out some of these videos, you can check out Math Chief, the Best of Gaming. He has a whole list of 25 games from Summerfest. These are just my top 10 that I picked out that I'm looking forward to. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. First one we're going to be going over is Black Myth Wukong. We're just going to kind of watch the trailers, and then I'll jump in and out with kind of some comments here and there, and just kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm going to get my webcam off here. So that's coming out fairly soon, August 20th. Looks kind of blurry, so I was seeing if I wasn't in 1080.
Utilize terrain for stealth insertion.
All right, the next one we're going to be checking out here is Delta Force. Just want to kind of give my initial thoughts on Black Wukong. It looks decent, looks okay. I don't know a whole lot about the game. I know that there's a lot of people thinking it's going to be a Souls-like game, which just from the little bits of gameplay we did see, I kind of agree. It could be, but I don't know if it'll be quite as intense as like Elden Ring or Dark Souls games. But we'll have to kind of wait and see. But it does look interesting. I'll be honest, it is in my top 10 for games that are coming out, but I don't know if it's a game I'll pick up right away. But our next one we'll be covering here, Delta Force. Man, I'm super excited for this Delta Force game. The reason being is I played Delta Force way back when like the first Delta Force games came out, when graphics were like compared to now, graphics then in the Delta Force games would be called trash. but I played a lot of the Delta Force games back in the day, and they were a lot of fun. So I have high hopes for Delta Force. I hope they don't screw it up and ruin it, kind of how Call of Duty's been ruined. But without further ado, let's check out the trailer. And like I said, super pumped for this one.
Execute swiftly and silently.
We're in position.
Looks like someone beat us to it. We need to pick up the pace.
Rhonda, clean the balcony. On your mark. Balcony clear. Go, go, go! Clear the area. Shield down. I'm going in. Shit! They've got a flamethrower! Engaging! Second floor! Ah! I got shot!
They're coming up!
All clear. Prepare for decoding.
That's all for mission briefing. The drill is over. Operation commences. Good luck.
Why are they burning tires? RPG! Hold on!
All units prepared for landing. 2 teams, 1 foot. Clear. Secure and capture a team in your cabinet. Over.
Get down! Get down! Enemy attack! Air fight! Enemy vehicles coming! Vehicle under attack!
All right. So that was Delta Force. Like I said, super excited. Looks pretty promising just from what we saw there. It does look like they're trying to really immerse you in the environments and the battlefields that you'll be traveling to and doing missions in. You know, what I saw from the trailer looked good, but it's always hard to judge these games just off trailers. Hopefully there'll be like a Delta Force beta or something, or alpha coming out soon. And then maybe there already has been a Delta Force beta. I don't know. I haven't followed Delta Force a whole lot through the development stages. Hopefully they do it right, like I said. And it looks to be a promising FPS. So let's hope they knock it out of the park. I got to skip around to a different video here.
Utilize
This is
terrain
Delta
for
Force.
stealth.
All right. So the next one we're going to be checking out is Batman Arkham Shadow. I have heard great things about the most recent Batman games. I didn't play any of them, but I know people really loved the few games I came out with a few years ago. So this one might be a pretty big hit if it's comparable to, you know, the games that released in the past. But let's check it out here. And I do have high hopes for this game. It's another game that, if it does well, I will probably pick up pretty much right out of the gate, because I do like Batman and the story, the world of Batman.
There's a new darkness overtaking Gotham, driving the city mad. The only light left is from the fire in the streets, casting shadows of rats on everything that was once good. Fear is their weapon. But they're not the only ones who can use it. The Rat King will stop at nothing to destroy my city. How far will I go to destroy him?
When the bat falls, the rats rise.
You're listening to a direct report.
All right, I mean, that was pretty short trailer. Didn't really get a whole lot from that, except looks like the Rat King is going to be your primary target as far as the villain. I mean, obviously graphics looked great. Voice acting sounded good. The story seems interesting just from the little blurb that we saw. But other than that, we don't really know a whole lot about the story. So as more information gets released, we'll definitely have to be checking that out. Like I said, hopefully they knock that game out of the park, because I think that it would be a lot of fun if they can do it comparable to the other ones. Next game here is Pioneer. And we're going to be checking this game out here. This one looks pretty interesting. Another game that I don't know if I'll necessarily pick up on release, but it's one that really intrigued me. So let's check it out and see what we can decipher from the trailer.
Report of the events that I'm experiencing at the moment. Several weeks ago, Station Number 2 and Station Number 1 became the sources of uncontrollable bursts of energy. There was a malfunction on Station Number 2 as a result of a reactor explosion on Station Number 1. To anyone who can hear me, welcome. By the time you listen to this recording, I will most likely be dead. My name is no longer important. I am the former head of security for Station Number 2. My code name is Sumrak.
Very well. Not every form of consciousness can have bodies like we're used to. Life can come in the form of a stone, or sand, or even something scattered in the air.
Oh, I can hear the good old radar beeping. It's not a bad detector at first, but it can be inaccurate if there is more than one anomaly nearby. Basically, once you get enough hexes, I recommend you buy a better one.
Rumor has it that when the first tide came, the rogue wastelands were altered by something similar to a huge laser ray.
To put it simply, artifacts are bundles of energy. Artifacts are extremely rare, and their activation in the wrong hands can lead to disastrous consequences.
We tried to give you a chance, but your stubbornness doesn't leave us any other choice.
Soon, I will be able to break free from the shackles.
Now, you will die. The power of the tides will destroy you.
Okay, I was like, wait, this can't be the same. So yeah, Pioneer really gives me like a Remnant vibes, Metro vibes. If you played those, it looks intriguing. Honestly, it looks like there's possibly some RPG elements, obviously FPS elements with the guns you saw. Looked like there were some melee weapons, potentially some like potions or concoctions you can take to do different things, which also maybe there's some like magic abilities as well, or just abilities. Don't necessarily have to be magic. Yeah, it looks interesting. Looks kind of sci-fi-ish, like thriller type game with probably not. It didn't seem like it was gonna be like just non-stop action packed. Looked like it was a more like adventure. Then you run into some gunfights and do some exploring and then a gunfight and then kind of. Yeah, it really gave me Remnant vibes. It looks very intriguing. Like I said, another game I don't know if I'll pick up on release, but it does look like it has the potential to be a very good game. And I just from the trailer, I can't decide if it is just single player or maybe co-op, or I couldn't really tell. But let's get on to the next one here. Next, okay, this is Pioneer. Next one is Project Z. Let's check this out here. I believe Project Z is kind of like a zombie horror thriller game, but let's check it out here. I'm gonna turn my webcam off again so you can get a full picture. right, that was Project Z. Yeah, so yeah, it looks like it's kind of a zombie like survival or maybe like zombie game where you go through different levels. Graphics look good, obviously. Looks like it's probably multiplayer. At least I would imagine that it's multiplayer. Group up some friends, go through some levels, kill some zombies, just have some crazy intense firefights, it looks like. Enemies look pretty good. Looks like it was set in like a World War II time frame or somewhere around there with the weapons they were using and just the things that were around in the environment. So yeah, I think it has a lot of potential. You know, obviously we'll kind of see where it goes from there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing where that Project Z game goes. Let's see here. Next game is going to be The Alters. Don't know a whole lot about this game. It really reminded me of, what was that game where you just kind of like traveled around? I can't remember. I can't remember the game I'm thinking of. But Alters looks like a like sci-fi thriller adventure with some RPG elements. Let's check it out here and see what we can find out.
So, where's the captain? I told you, everyone died. Oh, this is insane. What a trip. It's not a trip. It's reality. Your new reality.
Are we brothers or something?
We have the same DNA, but we led separate lives. What the hell? Calm down. You're not the original Jan, but that doesn't mean you can't be important. Like, you look like me, but also not like me. What the fuck did you drug me with, man? No, you're not hallucinating. Remember who you are. My name is Jan Dolsky, but I'm seeing fucking double. You should worry about that.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most...
So yeah, that's The Alters. Like I said, it looks like a sci-fi thriller with some RPG elements, maybe some crafting too. That one scene we saw there with the little buildings and the circular... it's probably like not necessarily a town, but the space colony that you're living with. Saw some RPG elements with like skill trees or something maybe, or that might have to do with some of the crafting, like different things you can unlock, like research and things like that. Yeah, I mean, you didn't see any combat in that trailer, right? So I think it might be kind of a more like adventure, story-driven RPG game. Maybe like some puzzles, trying to figure out what is going on in the world and what's going on with the different characters in that world. It's not a game that I normally would pick up, but the reason I have it on this list is I think there's people that will probably like The Alters, and I think it has some good, strong potential to be a good game if the story writing is very well done and the gameplay has to be good enough or match the strength of the storytelling. But if the storytelling isn't very good, or if the story doesn't make a lot of sense, I don't think it'll do very well, as well as the gameplay. So there's two things that I feel like this game has to nail, and that's the storytelling, and that's the I just totally lost my train of thought. The gameplay, the storytelling, and the gameplay, they have to knock it out of the park. Next one we're going to be looking at is... I think it's a Space Marine 2. Yeah, I think the next one here is Space Marine 2.
Only these past 2 days. Then there is much to learn. The numbers are endless. I will take you all
So I know that one was kind of short and sweet. That was a short and sweet trailer. I have that on my list because it really gives me Gears of War vibes, and I loved Gears of War. As far as the Warhammer universe, I'm not a huge, like, super fan of the Warhammer universe. I have played a few of the RTSs. I played the Warhammer game where you controlled, like, spaceships in space and did, like, the wars and conquered planets and stuff. That game was a lot of fun. I see Space Marine having potential, but if it's clunky for whatever reason, or the gameplay isn't smooth, I have my concerns about Space Marine 2. Let's just put it that way. It's just kind of a toss-up. It's on the top 10 because I want it to be good. I think it has the potential to be a great game, but it also has the potential to fall straight on its face. And I know that's kind of like an oxymoron. Like, you know, you're like, well, you're probably like, every game has a chance to flop on its face. And I'm like, I understand that. But in particular, I feel like this game has the potential to be very good, or it's going to fall flat on its face. I mean, that trailer wasn't very long, so we didn't get to see a whole lot. It looks, like I said, intriguing. It has potential, but we'll kind of see where things end up and where things go. Next, we're going to be checking out here is Dune Awakening. I'm a huge fan of the Dune world, the Dune story. I will definitely probably be playing this at some point. If you like RPGs, MMOs, I'm sure you're probably in the same boat as me, and we'll also look at trying to check it out at some points. Without further ado, let's check this out.
One where I, Paul Atreides, was never born. I created the future until it created me. But I see a narrow way, a path that might have been. What if my mother had obeyed her orders and given birth to a girl? Everything would change. Dr. Yue exposed before his betrayal. A world where my father lives. House Atreides surviving the Battle of Arrakeen. Sardaukar deployed to protect the spice melange. A war of assassins spreading across the planet. Fremen exterminated. No Muad'Dib. No Lisan al-Gaib. No Kwisatz Haderach. All of my visions lead to horror. Except for this one. This one leads to you.
So yeah, I didn't see any gameplay there. The trailer obviously looked pretty good. Like I said, I like the Dune world. I believe Dune Awakening is going to be an MMO. I haven't done a whole lot of extensive research on the gameplay and the game itself, but that definitely has a lot of potential. It definitely piques my interest because I love MMOs. I played World of Warcraft for hours and hours when it first came out. I played, I believe, just about every retail expansion. I don't play a whole lot of retail. I don't play WoW at all currently. I also played WoW when it was re-released, where it was World of Warcraft Classic or whatever. I played again, and then I played Wrath of Lich King expansion and some of Burning Crusade when they redid that as well. So I love MMOs. I'm always searching for like the next World of Warcraft. But the problem is it's so hard to find the next World of Warcraft because a lot of it has to do with nostalgia, and that's why people love World of Warcraft. But I do think Dune Awakening has a ton of potential, and I hope they kill it. I hope they knock it out of the park. I hope it's a great MMO experience. Next game we're here going to be checking out is Legacy, Steel, and Sorcery. This looks like an RPG co-op, maybe group up with friends type of game. That's about all I kind of know from it, just from the trailer, but let's check it out here. Looks like, so I wonder if this is like a PvP instance where that's another player, or if that's just an NPC. They make it almost seem like it's a PvP instance. Maybe it's an open world with PvE and PvP, or you can decide like what type of server you're on, maybe, or it could just be an NPC, like a little mini boss or something. So yeah, I mean, that looks pretty damn good, honestly. So looks like it's probably PvE, maybe some PvP in there. Looks like there's some different classes, like the Ranger, Warrior, maybe like a Sorcerer. I'm sure there might be some other classes as well. It looks pretty good. Looked like they had some different enemy varieties. Some small enemies, medium enemies, and these at the end there, you kind of saw that troll-looking thing with the big tree as the club. That might be like a mini boss or a boss or something. But yeah, this game looks very promising, especially if you're into like the magic magic fantasy world with all that good stuff with the magic and rangers and skeletons and dragons and goblins and all that good shit. So I'm really looking forward to this. This might be a game that I pick up on release. What do we got? One more. So this last one, I wasn't for sure if I was going to put it on my top 10 or not. It's probably down there with the Altars game. I don't know if I'll pick it up initially on release, but it does look intriguing. It looks kind of promising. Looks interesting, but let's check it out here.
Do I have left? 42 or 41?
The face of this is here!
Don't go up there. Turn back before it's too late.
2024 World Tour demo. So this game might not be coming out until like 2025, but who knows? Huge Dark Souls vibes, Elden Ring vibes. What's that other game that came out? Sekiro, however you want to pronounce it. Huge vibes. Liza P. It reminds me of a game in that genre. This trailer actually gives me more Souls vibes than, say, Black Wukong. But yeah, I'm not a huge, personally, I'm not a huge Souls fan. Yeah, the games are great. Just because I'm not a fan doesn't mean the games aren't great. I do think the games are great. Like I said, I don't know if I'll pick this one up on release. We'll see how it goes, see how it pans out, see what other games I'm playing at the time. But yeah, those are my top 10 games that are coming out in 2024 or early 2025. This is from the Summer Game Fest, PC games specifically. Some of these are obviously coming out on console as well, or at console at a later date. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Let me know what PC games you are excited for that are coming out in 2024 or early 2025. Guys, I know this is a longer one. I do appreciate you hanging out, even if you hung out for a little bit, even if you skipped around to the portions of the videos you wanted. I appreciate it. Much love. Please hit that like and subscribe button. We will see you on the next one, and have a good day or night wherever you're at in the world. See you later.